everyone, my name is Maeve and this is going to be my first video actually reading some self-pub and indie pub books for my self-pub September readathon. I am on vacation currently, and so I'm hoping that I will have some spare time to read, and if I don't, that's okay. I also wanted to try something new with this video and do a vlog style video. I've never done a video like that before, so if this turns out terrible, I'm very sorry, and I hope you guys stick around anyways. I actually started my vacation yesterday, which was September 1st, and so I already have dipped my toes into my self-pub and indie pub reading, and I wanted to talk to you guys about what I have read so far. So one of the things that I had talked about in a previous video is wanting to read a poem from this poetry collection every day of the month. So I did just that yesterday. This is The Birds and the Beasts by Aubree Barnum. I will have her Instagram information linked down below, as well as a Goodreads page and any other information that I can get from her. And all I'm going to say for now is I did really enjoy the first poem in this book. This is a collection of poems that she wrote while dealing with anxiety and depression, and so in her letter in the beginning of the book, it does say that some content might be triggering, and to be aware of that as you're reading it. So I did read my first poem. I am planning on reading my second poem tonight, and I have already completed my first book of the month. This is Dear Author by Laura A. Grace. I am lucky enough to be friends with Laura on Instagram. We have been talking about manga and books for at least 2 years now, and I hope one day that we will be able to meet each other. But getting into the book, this is basically a collection of letters that she wrote to aspiring authors, just basically talking about how your books can really impact someone. The books that you want to read, the books that you want to publish, just don't give up, keep trying, and once those books are published, you will have fans of your books, and they are going to appreciate those books so much. This is not a how-to book, and it does not involve any sort of criticisms. It's literally just a collection of very optimistic letters telling you to not give up on your dreams of being a writer. And I really loved and appreciated this. And I think that if you're struggling as an author or as a writer, this could be a really good, just emotional boost for you. The next book that I have on my reading list, I'm planning on reading all of this today as it is under 100 pages. This is Kill Switch, an AI story. This is by Nunnally. It's about two AI that go back to a mining colony to see if it is sustainable for life 2 million years after this colony has been abandoned. I have not started reading this yet, but as I said, I hope to read it tonight, and I will tell you guys my thoughts after I do end up finishing this. So that's it for now. I will see you guys in my next video clip, and hopefully I won't be doing too many books for this video, as I'm hoping to get these out rather quickly and consistently throughout the month. So I will see you when I have more thoughts on my next book. Hey everyone, I'm going to try to do this really quick. I'm sorry if you can't hear me over the hot tub. I just have been wanting to give you guys a review of this book for a few days now, and I think that because it has been a few days that my rating has changed. So yeah, anyways, Kill Switch, an AI story by M.L. Nunnally. This is a story about two AI that get sent back to a planet where they used to have a mining colony, but it was abandoned like 2 million years ago. 2 million years before they come back. And the reason why they're coming back is because they have a human colony living in an airship and they need an actual planet to live on. So the story goes from there with these AI trying to figure out if the planet is livable and all of that. I originally was planning on giving this like a 3.5 rounded up to a 4-star, but the more I think about it, I think it might be a 3. I'm gonna get into spoilers. So basically, this starts with 2 AI, and one of them dies literally within the first few pages. Like, this is already a very short book, but for one of your main characters to die so quickly, it was a little confusing to me, because you just don't care. Like, you don't care that the character's dead. The other thing was there's a lot of descriptions in here, but they're not, like, I couldn't picture anything. There were so many things that I just really couldn't picture in, like, they describe what the main AI Saul looks like, and I just couldn't picture it. Sorry. I'm like, if somebody comes in here, I'm going to stop filming. Yeah, I just couldn't picture what he looked like. He comes across other life on the planet. They get described, and you, like, kind of get like a picture of what they would look like, but I don't know, it was just really weird. There were a lot of descriptions, but none that were like descriptive enough that you can picture things. I did really, really like this ending. I'm not going to spoil it. I think this had one of the best endings that I've seen, like, in an indie book. It's one of those endings that I really, really like, and other people probably hate. So the other thing I'm going to say about this is the formatting is really weird. There are no chapters. There are no page numbers. There are two different perspectives that you're following back and forth, which it's easy to tell once you read the first one, but at first I was really confused. So this is my third read for the Self-Pub September, and I will get back to you guys once I read something else. Hi everyone, I am back from vacation and I have completed my third self-pub / indie pub book off of my physical TBR, and that is Expelled by Beth M. Stephenson. And I feel like now that I have read this, I can give a better explanation of what it is. So this is a historical fiction set around the time slightly before and during World War II. This follows a Polish boy named Alex. In the beginning of the book, I believe he is around 11 or 12, and this goes into his later teens, and then the epilogue has him as an adult. At the beginning of this story, Alex is expelled from his school and he's brought to his grandfather, who is his primary guardian because his parents passed when he was very young. After being expelled from school, we find out very early in the book that his teacher is a German Nazi supporter and that his grandfather is not a supporter. So his grandfather decides to take him out of school completely and basically train him in survival tactics and teach him how to shoot a bow and arrow, and he finds other people in the community to teach his grandson how to shoot a gun and speak fluent German and English, because he's basically predicting that this war is going to come to Poland eventually, and he wants to give his grandson the best chance he possibly can. Although the family is not Jewish, they are Polish, and so because of this, the grandfather worries that they will become prisoners of war, etc. I ended up giving this book a 4.5 star. I think it was a really great historical fiction. I was really hesitant going into it at first because I am very hit or miss when it comes to historical fiction, but I did really enjoy this, and I was constantly wanting to know what happened next. My 2 critiques for this when it comes to why this wasn't a 5 star is because I feel like towards the end of the book, it really felt like the ending was rushed, and that's when we had the most going on. And so I kind of wanted those really intense moments to last a little bit longer instead of just like rushing through them. And my other critique isn't really necessarily to do with the story itself. It's specifically the blurb on the back of the book. I wish someone else wrote the blurb because I feel like it does not at all give you the feel of the book. It makes it sound just a little more complicated than it really is. This is not a very complicated book. But regardless of those 2 things, I did really enjoy this. I will be keeping it, and I do recommend it for anybody who enjoys historical fiction and who wants to see a point of view from the Polish side of World War II. I will also let you guys know that I have seen some reviews saying that this is not historically accurate. I wouldn't know. I'm not a huge history buff, and I didn't do my own research to see whether or not this is historically accurate. So if you have a really vast knowledge on World War II and want things to be as historically accurate as possible, maybe don't pick this up. But going into it, it's a historical fiction, and so for me, historical fiction is fiction, and I don't feel like has to always be historically accurate. Regardless. So this is going to be the end of my first check-in with the Self-Pub September Readathon. I'm really happy that a lot of people have mentioned me in their videos and have said that they are going to be participating. I'm so excited to see what everybody reads. So I do want to come on here and say that I found out recently I am not the creator of Self-Pub September. There is actually a YouTuber who started Self-Pub September last year, and I reached out to him, told him like, I'm sorry, I had no idea that this was already a thing. Do you mind if I mention you in my channel, etc., etc.? And he was really kind and really understanding. His name is Sam Harrison. His YouTube channel is Sam Harrison SSF Reviews and Discussions, I think it is. I will have his channel linked down below. So obviously, because he started this readathon, he is doing the same readathon that I am also doing when it comes to highlighting self-pub, indie pub authors throughout the month of September. So please go and give his channel a follow and watch some of his videos. He has some really great videos, and he's got a lot of recommendations that I didn't even know about, I haven't seen anywhere else, and so I think supporting both of us would be really great. Besides that, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this vlog style video. It was very different for me. The editing, I hope it turns out good. And let me know in the comments below, do you like the vlogging style? Would you rather I just stick to the videos that I was kind of doing before? And how would you like to see my videos here on out? Do you want more vlogs? Do you want more focused videos where I'm just talking about the books that I'm reading? Let me know in the comments down below. My favorite thing about YouTube is talking to you guys in the comments, and my second favorite thing about YouTube is watching your videos. So if you have a YouTube channel, link me, tag me, mention it in the comments down below. I would love to watch your videos, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!